Fiancé cheated on me with the femboy on Discordium, sitting alone in our apartment tonight. The room quiet except for the low hum of the city outside. The engagement ring on my finger catches the lamplight when I move my hand. It's the same ring he gave me last spring, when he promised me forever. It feels heavier now, not because it changed, but because I did. I want to tell this slowly, not to relive the pain, but to understand it. It started on a Saturday evening, one of those ordinary weekends where nothing feels rushed. Our apartment smelled faintly of coffee from the morning, and the wooden floors creaked softly when we walked across them. We had nowhere to be, no plans, just time. He suggested drinks, smiling the way he does when he wants the night to feel special. I was tired, but I agreed. We poured whiskey over ice and settled into the living room, controllers in our hands, laughter filling the space between us. The heater hummed in the corner, steady and warm. As the night went on, the alcohol made my eyes heavy. I kissed his cheek and told him I was heading to bed, expecting he'd follow soon like he always did. The sheets were cool when I slid under them, my phone glowing softly as I scrolled, waiting for him, but he didn't come. Time passed slowly. From the bedroom, I could hear the gentle clicking of his keyboard in the other room. It was late sometime, after 2 when sleep finally found me. Sunday morning arrived quietly. Sunlight filtered through the thin curtains, painting soft lines across the bed. I made breakfast, letting the sound of bacon and eggs ground me in something familiar. He joined me at the table, smiling, acting like everything was normal. Then he started making those little noises, playful at first. Every time I leaned in to kiss him, I asked him to stop. He didn't. The mood shifted in a way I couldn't quite name at the time. I took my sketchbook and moved to my corner of the living room, letting music fill my ears as I drew. The pencil moved steadily, even though something inside me felt unsettled. Eventually, I went for a walk, letting the cool air clear my head. When I came back, we talked. He apologized. We hugged. I wanted to believe it was over. Then he asked to use earbuds for Discord. We never did that. Our desks were side by side, nothing hidden. Still, I nodded and told myself to trust him. Hours passed quietly. Occasionally, his foot brushed mine under the desk. Each time I looked over, he waved me off gently, eyes fixed on his screen. Then he stood and walked toward the bedroom. Something in me shifted. I touched his computer mouse, and the screen woke up. Discord was open. A new friend added in the early hours of the morning. The messages were soft, but intimate. Photos, compliments, confessions, words that used to belong to me. My chest felt tight. I grabbed my keys and left without thinking, the night air cool against my face. When I came back, he was waiting, frightened, apologetic, and done. We talked until the morning light returned. He told me it was curiosity, a part of himself he thought he had buried. I held him while he cried. I told him I forgave him. The days that followed were quiet and heavy. We spoke gently, promised therapy, promised honesty, but something inside me stayed awake. Weeks later, I found messages he thought were gone, plans that hadn't happened but could have. That truth settled differently. There was no yelling this time, just understanding. 2 people realizing love doesn't always solve everything. The last realization came in the silence of the night. I lay alone in bed, listening to his breathing from the other room, and suddenly I understood. Those small moments, those jokes, that distance I felt, I hadn't imagined it. Now, the apartment is quiet again. He's staying elsewhere. The future feels open in a way that's both painful and peaceful. Healing takes time, and honesty even more. It isn't about hiding parts of yourself. It's about choosing truth, gently and bravely. If you're listening to this tonight, I hope you remember this. Whatever you're carrying, you're allowed to rest.